Welcome to my woolly closet. I'm Gwen and I'm coming to you from the Netherlands, where I live with my husband and 12-year-old daughter and my two little budgies. This is the first podcast I am recording in a long while. It's been summer holidays here, and today my husband finally went back to work, and my daughter is like a lazy teenager lounging in her bed right now. So I just had this window of opportunity and I thought, let's record. I took my notes yesterday. I know what I'm talking about, and believe me, it's a lot. I hope you're in for a ride. You might want to watch this in parts even, because I think it's going to be an hour at least. We shall see. Maybe I'm quick. I'll do a bit of live stuff at the end, and I've made a little video of our holiday adventures, but that's at the end in case you're not interested. Also at the end I will put in the acquisitions I have made. It's not a lot, but still it's a lot. Right. First thing you probably noticed, Henrietta has a little friend. It's Richard Ham. If you know Richard Ham is a little piggy that lives on Clarkson's farm, Jeremy Clarkson. He was a kit that was gifted to me by Edna a while ago. And I decided to make him. I love his cute little ears. Of course, my budgie already wrecked the one I embroidered on his face. I have two budgies, the blue one and a yellow one. And the yellow one, whose name is Flitz, he likes to destroy things. So he ate the eye, unfortunately. Yeah, well, of course, I made a little mistake. I put the hind legs too much up front, but oh well, gives him a nice big bum. My daughter loves him also. I also put in a little cardboard circle in his snout, so it keeps its shape a little better, hopefully. Well, anyway, if you need to know more about this little Richard Ham pig called Gris and Bamsen on the Edna website, you can find one episode about him. Here, I'll put it on the screen. I'll put him right back. I think he needs a little shawl or something still for winter, you know. So I just might have to make that one. All right. As you can see, I have lots and lots and lots to show and share, and I will go through everything. So this was one of my first final objects. I have another one, but it's not with me anymore. And that is the Jaiden sweater by Isabel Kramer. I knitted it for my husband, not my husband, my husband's brother, my brother-in-law. He is moving to France very soon. I think he's leaving today. His wife and kids are already there. And he was just touching up the house before putting it up for sale. But they don't have central heating. They only have a stove, a wood burner. So they need all the woolly goodies they can get. So he asked me to knit him a sweater, and I did. And he's a gentle giant. He's so tall. I'll try and put in some footage of me wearing that sweater right before it's finished. You can see how big it is on me. And now I will show you what it looks like on him. And he looks just... You wouldn't say he's such a tall guy, but here it is. So I knit him the Jaiden sweater with Drops Charisma in the color olive, and I used a 4mm US 6 and a 4.5mm US 7 needle. There will be another Jaiden sweater in my future. I am going to knit him one in petrol as well. And I just need to finish my niece's sweater and have a start on the new Edna cardigan I will tell you about in a little while before I can do that, because I'm already overwhelmed with works in progress as it is. So one piggy, one sweater, and then it was Tour de Fleece also. And in Tour de Fleece, you join the Tour de France, but with your spinning wheel. So you spin up for every day the riders ride their bike. You spin a bit of fleece. And I had already started on Marina Skewer's Solace blend in berry. And I finished both bobbins. I did try to ply them together on one bobbin, but I just couldn't make it fit. It's just too much. So, but they are done. They're washed, and I think they look beautiful. It's a purpley, grayish muted. I think it comes out a bit sporty DK weight. So this will be lovely in something. I'm not sure yet. I might make it into a blanket at some point with other spun yarn. We shall see. For now, I'm collecting everything that I've spun up and put it in a bag. I tend to spin everything pretty much the same weight, so that's really nice. That means I can combine them and use them all together later on. Oh yeah, this was a really fun spin. It smells all sheepy too still. I really love her blends. Let me see. Well, here's a card. What's in there? There is Dorset Horn, Cotswold and Shropshire sheepies in here, all blended together, and then Marina dyes it herself. If you don't know Marina Skewer, she also has a really beautiful podcast you can watch on here. I will link her podcast down below. Yeah, and she's a spinner, knitter, pattern designer living in the south of England. And she makes just the most beautiful stuff you can possibly imagine. So go have a look if you don't already do. So this was my spin, which I also count as a finished object. So there were 3. Well, it's not a bad count, if I say so myself. It's been so awfully busy with lots of fun stuff. So yeah, I think I did pretty good on the finished objects part of the game. Hang on, it's early morning here. It's only 9:17. Oh, that's better. Right, works in progress. There are a lot, but I did make progress on quite a bit of them. First off, I started this blanket quite a while ago. We were on autumn holiday on Texel, which you write with an X. You probably know it as Texel, because everybody from England that I've heard calls it Texel, but it's pronounced double S, so Texel. It's an island in the north of the Netherlands, and they have lots of sheep there, of course, including the Texel sheep. And I bought some Texelse schapenwool, Texel sheep wool there, which is a very rustic wool. It's caked up right here, as you can see. I've stuck my needles in there right now. As you can see, it's fluffy. Well, it looks fluffy, but it's fairly coarse. So I can't wear this next to my skin. Definitely not. And I can get used to lots of things. So, but this, no, it's just too, I'm sorry, too rough for me. But you can make really nice, decent blankets out of them. So what did I do? I bought the Stella quilt blanket by Laura Penrose, and I wasn't yet sure if I really liked that design, so I was just waiting and looking and searching for stuff. And then I saw Natasha Hornby, her Clint shawl had a star design in the middle, and I thought, well, that's it. That's what I want. I also saw another maker on Instagram who made a blanket out of that same star and the Stella quilt blanket pattern. And I thought I'm going to do that. So I am making that star from Natasha Hornby's, oh, what's it called? Clint shawl, but using the Stella quilt pattern by Laura Penrose, and this is how far I've gotten. You can see I'm over halfway. There are lots of mistakes in this panel. It's the first one. But I think when I make all the panels and sew them all together, you can hardly notice. I am not going to point it out. You can probably tell yourself if you look closely. What was I saying? Yes, so I'm thinking about doing 2 of these panels wide and maybe 4 long or 3 long. I'm not sure yet. I haven't done any maths. I did order the red because the Tesselse schapenwol only comes in natural colors. And the red is Yerbo Zweidrahtwool, if you pronounce it like that, which is fairly similar in coarseness and fairly similar in thickness to the Texel sheep wool in red. So the red is something else, it's Yarbo, but I don't think I have enough of the red. So I'm now debating, do I order more of those red skeins or shall I put in some other color? So let me know what you think. Definitely not green because I don't want it to be Christmassy. I was thinking either mustard or some blue. So tell me what you think. Should I order red, mustard, or blue? Who knows? Maybe I'll just order some more red. I'm not sure yet. So yeah, I'm over halfway with this one. I'm hoping to finish this soon. It's nice. Well, at first it wasn't a TV knit because I couldn't wrap my brain around it. That's why I abandoned it for a bit. But I really wanted to give it another go, and I'm trying to clear my needles a bit and work on my works in progress before starting over with new projects and new, well, pressure really, because I'm a little overwhelmed with everything. But yeah, I know a blanket is a multiple year project, so it's okay if I put this down again. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. So let me just put this away. It's living in this. I've divided it up because it's a big blanket project, so lots of skeins. It lives in my big crochet Poppins bag, if you remember that one from previous episodes. But it's just too big to keep it here in my little knitting corner. So I just put 1 skein of each in my project bag I knit myself. So this is the Tesselse schapenwol, the 3 colors. And this is the Yerbo, which you can see is almost, well, it's half used. So yeah, I think I need more of the color. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not good at math, so I didn't do any math. I just bought 4 skeins and thought that would be it, but probably not, because one of them is almost used up already. So, and it lives in my flower project bag designed by Hanne Rimme. This is called Hunsenstrik. Yeah, I knit this out of acrylic leftovers I have in a huge bag, and it's still not even halfway empty. I don't know if I ever will empty that bag. I might just need to make another one of these because they are so lovely. I really like this bag. Shows you can also do color work with acrylics if you like. Anyway, let's put this aside as well. Then, what did I write down? Oh yeah, the Astrid pillow. This has been a long while since I've shown you this. I crocheted, what's the front? This is the front. I crocheted with my mini skein sets. I have 2 Advent sets, mini skeins by Olivia and Oliver Fibers from 21 and 22, I think. I have one from Het Wool Based, which is a Dutch yarn dyer. And I had a DK weight 4 skein Advent set by Wol met Verve by Sylvia, which is also a Dutch yarn dyer. And I really wanted to use those up because they were languishing in my box, and I really wanted to, you know, use them and make stuff out of them. So I crocheted the Astrid pillow. Well, I used the square pattern. Mine will be different because the original pattern doesn't have a zipper in it. And I want to be able to wash my pillows because I have budgies and they poop everywhere. And I have a child and I have little nieces and nephews, so I need to clean my stuff every now and then. So this, I am not sure I finished it last time I saw you, but this is the first panel. As you can see, there are all kinds of colors in here. I used the pull loop through method to join them all together in a join as you go fashion. Which makes it an easy, fun way to have as little ends as possible when you crochet all these squares together. It's very different from what I'm doing with my woolly book blanket because I crochet the squares one by one and not as a join as you go. So there are lots more ends to that one. So this was the first panel, and then recently I started the second panel. Maybe I did show some of the squares back then, but they were not even squared up yet. But the second panel is also finished. I do still need to wash and block them. It will help with the bumpiness of it all. And as you can see, I used a different skein of the DK weight set because you use just over half a skein for crocheting them all together. So this will be a lighter colored side to the pillow. But as you can see, it's almost done. I just need to crochet them together and then sew in a zipper. I will have to do that by hand, I think. Well, I might try it with my sewing machine. I know I recently knitted a cushion cover and I did try it on my sewing machine, but it was just too stretchy. But this isn't that stretchy, so I could try and put it in on the sewing machine. We shall give it a try. So when it's done, I'll show it again, and it will be nice and blocked and flat, and all the ends will be snipped off. They are woven in, but there are still some tilly bits I need to do, as you can see. Yeah, so that's that. Very happy to use. Very happy to use those mini skeins, and the leftovers are going in my Northeasterly blanket, and I took this pattern blanket with me on holiday. We went to England this year to a holiday park called Sandy Bowles in the New Forest, and it was just wonderful there, which you will be able to see at the, well, not the holiday, anyway. But there was so much to do, so much to see, and I just needed something simple to come with me, so I decided to take this blanket with me. And I was finally able to knit in those mini skeins I got at the Knit to Purl to festival last year in October? I don't even remember now. Was it October or November? Anyway, it was cold and wet. So yeah, I don't remember what the last time it looked like when I showed you, but I have knitted I think 2 strips on this since then. So this is the Cat to Knits or Finished Knitting Stories Jana gave to me on the knitting festival. It looks really lovely. when I knit it up. This is also some mini skein someone gave me, as well as this pink one, which I divided in two for some reason. If you are watching and you remember this, giving me this skein, please tell me who you were. I'd like to give some credit to this because they are both very pretty. And I don't remember your name. I think this was Huisje Vol Garen, but I am not sure. Yeah. So I decided to knit up the mini skein from Jana all together because it was so pretty. Yes, so lots of Christmas yarn. This for Christmas leggings from my daughter. First sweater I ever knitted my daughter. This is from the pillow, socks, I don't know, socks from the pillow again, socks from the pillow again. Also from a sweater I knitted my daughter. Well, as you can see, it's now, my arm's getting tired, 4 strips wide, and I'm working on the half of the 5th. So it's finally starting to get somewhere with this blanket. And I think it will be really pretty when it's big and beautiful. I am using a different way of knitting the strips together than that is originally written in the pattern. If you go to my Ravelry notes, which I will link down below, you can find it there. It's not my invention, it's someone else's, but I decided to use that one and write it down also. And people that watch my podcast then can find it easily because I can't remember where I got it from. So I decided to put it in. But as you can see, this is the front and this is the back. And I use a slip sort of knit together style of way, which gives it a nice durable perfect way of knitting stuff together without forming a ridge that makes it all bumpy lumpy, which did happen with the Stella quilt, unfortunately, but I have no idea how to solve that problem, so I'll just have to get used to it with the lumpy bumpy bits. I just love this color. Can you just see? It's just beautiful. Thanks, Jana, for giving it to me. It's really pretty. It's such a cool memory of that day, which I will probably never forget. There are still cheat notes. There are still lots of goodies in here that I can knit up, as you can see. All these tiny little, oh, can you focus or not? Probably not. All these little yarn nuggets in there that I need to knit up. So I work on this in bursts and on holidays and maybe waiting rooms in the future. Although I have something else for waiting rooms. But it lives in this cute little Christmas pouch, which came with the advent calendar from it Wall Based for Christmas. So, and every time I have a little yarn nugget fingering weight, I put it in here so I know it won't be lost, and then I can put it in my little blanket. Right. Oh, my cheat notes, because I tend to forget. Like that. Right. Right. Then my daughter asked me for some wrist warmers. Of course, you know the hit show Wednesday, Addams Wednesday, by Tim Burton, amongst. She just loves that, and she really wanted some wrist warmers, but not wrist warmers really all the way up to your elbow warmers. So arm warmers, I guess. I think it's too small for me. No, it's not too small for me. I can put it on. I am knitting her a striped. Oh, I can't get it any further, but my daughter has skinny arms. I am knitting her a arm warmer from a free drops pattern in Drops Flora, which is the light grey one, and Drops Nord, which is the black one, or from Stash. I think I have to do 3 more of the greyish stripes, and then it will be to her elbow, and then I'm going to knit in a thumb, gusset, thumb, and the top part. It won't have any fingers, but yeah, she's looking forward to it. This is my car knitting, waiting room knitting project at the moment, for now. And this is all very ancient stash I'm trying to knit up. So, almost done, well, halfway done with the first mitten. It's a free pattern by Drops. I've never knitted a Drops pattern before because I always get so confused by them. I think they're very difficult. They're very basic. You need to know what you're doing. And I guess I am that kind of person that likes to be held by your hand just a bit more in a pattern. I've never tried a sweater pattern by Drops before, but maybe I should just give it a go someday. But this wrist warmer thing, I think I can make. Yeah, it's living in this very small pouch I got somewhere. Can't remember where. It's years old, but it's perfect for a little wrist warmer. Okay, so that's that work in progress. I have more. Yes, I do. I still have more. The best one, actually, I think. I'm saving it for last. This is a little pattern by Kolibri by Johanna or Johanna Gerish. It is the Arthur Sweater Junior. And it's a colorwork sweater for my little niece. My little niece will be 5 at the end of January. And my little niece is an adorable little girl that genuinely asks me for sweaters that she would like. I was knitting on my Northeasterly blanket once when we were out in the playground, and she said, "Auntie, is that for me?" And I said, "No, it's not for you. It's just a leftover blanket I am making." Then she asked, "Well, but I want another sweater. Can I have a red sweater?" And I said, "I don't have enough red in my stash at the moment, but I do have some pink to go with it. Do you want a red and pink sweater?" And she said, "Yes, I would love a red and pink sweater." So there I go. Another sweater for my little niece. I know it looks really tiny, but we did have a fit check last weekend. I'll pop in a picture here. I'll just crop out her face. She's wearing her Ever Elsa dress, of course, underneath. And as you can see, I'm almost there. This is the sweater in question. You start at the back with this strip, and then you do the front bit and you put it all together, and I am almost at the ribbing. The red is Drops Nord and Drops Kid Silk held together, these two, and the pink is Knit Crate Vida Lana. I have knit up one skein, so this is the last that I have, and this is the second skein, and I have divided up that skein into two. So this skein is for the first sleeve and this ball will be for the second sleeve. But as you saw on the picture, I am almost ready to start the ribbing. I'm doing one more dot and then the ribbing. I will be perfectly fine using up this, and there will be much left over. So I can use that for the ribbing down here. I am also thinking I'm going to knit another dot on the bottom end of this sweater so she can wear it a little bit longer, and then I will knit the second sleeve. It's really soft, this yarn. It's a drop shoulder construction, as you can see. Really fun, although I must admit the knitting back and forth in the beginning was a bit of a struggle because I've never done it before. And I did make it work in the end, and it's not holy or anything. You can't see through it, and the tension seems to be quite all right. I did manage to catch my floats, also on the reverse side, on the wrong side. So yeah, I think I can now honestly say I know how to knit colorwork flat. Do I like it? Will I seek it out? No, I will not. If I can avoid it, I will. I am now knitting the sleeve in the round per pattern, but that's not really enjoyable if I'm very honest, because well, the count, the stitch count, every dot is, you have to catch your floats every now and then, and on this small circumference it's a bit of a struggle, to be honest, but it's not really that bad. Tension's all right. It looks fine on her arm, and my niece is like a little stick, just like a father was when he was that age. So it will be all right in the end. And it's living in my project bag I bought from Door Mij met Liefde, which is a Dutch bag maker. And this one is just perfect for me because it's got cats on it and tea, because I don't drink any coffee. I don't like coffee, never have. Neither does my father, neither does my brother, and my husband also doesn't drink any coffee, so we're a coffee-free zone here. We do, however, consume a lot of Coca-Cola. You need your caffeine, don't you? So yeah, really lovely bag this. So tea and Coca-Cola for me. No Pepsi, please. Right. Work in progress. Now, there's one more work in progress. Another one, yes, another one. And that is my half finished Tour de Fleece spin, because I also started another Tour de Fleece spin. You can't really tell just yet, but there are lots of colors underneath this gray. This is my bag of hedgehog fibers, and this is one half of that bag. And I do need to start with the second spin. And as you can see in this bag, you can see I can't pull it out because it's numbered. As you can see, there are lots of colors in this spin, and I'm trying to do a sort of a fractal spin, which means you're not muddying the colors, but you can see the colors next to each other and they will make the colors shine. And I'm very keen on seeing how this will work out. There are lots of different fibers in here. It may include merino, silk, alpaca, sparkle. That one's not in here, I know that for sure. Blue-faced Leicester, Surrey alpaca, sari silk, and more. Well, there definitely was some sari silk in there. Look, there's also this beautiful purpley pop in there too, and yeah, orange. So it's going to be wonderful. I'm desperate to finish this spin. Right. Okay. Those were all my works in progress. So the Astrid pillow is almost done. The Arthur sweater, it does require some work, but it's almost done. There are 2 blankets which I can pick up and put down if I want to. There's a wrist warmer and there's a spin. So I'm starting to feel better now. I use this podcast for me to organize my brain also a bit. I think I'm okay. But I think I must tell you this first. I have notes in my notebook, and this podcast is, well, 3 pages long instead of the usual 2. I think I already saw on the camera that we're past the 32 minutes. So, whatever. You having fun yet? Still? I am, at least. Yesterday was also the day I got my box from Edna. As you may know, I am sort of a yarn ambassador for Edna, which is a Swedish yarn company. And they don't pay me money, but they do send me yarn and patterns from time to time, for me to try out and tell you about. And yesterday was the day I got my little box of yarn. And it was some holidays when I got the email from them saying they would have some new collections out this 2nd of September. And I was just looking through them, and this time I couldn't really find anything for me or for my husband, but my daughter said, wait, that one, I really want that one, Mum. So I said, fine, I will knit you a cardigan. It's knit flat, not my favorite, but since I'm doing, what's it called again? Something knitting. I didn't write it down. I'll put it in the screen. I can't just, the name won't pop up. Something with cocoa. Well, you knit a bit differently, and that makes the purling much easier. So since I've discovered that, why can't I just come up with that name? No, not continental knitting. That is what I'm doing already. Combination knitting. Thank you. Great. Thank you for coming up with the word combination knitting. You knit through the back loop and you purl differently. There are lots of YouTube tutorials on here if you want to have a look, but it makes the purling much easier if you're a continental knitter, and it hurts my arm less and it makes me really speedy. So I think I'm going to use that style of knitting for knitting this cardigan. I'm sorry, I already folded the patterns up that I'm going to make because I was a little clean up everything, because when my family is at home, it's usually a tip here, and I don't like that. But yeah, so I've already assigned each and every yarn to their respectable project bags, but I took them out and put them in this lovely little basket for you to have a look at. So I'm knitting my daughter a Zwarte Varet, if you pronounce it that way, cardigan called Chelsea. And as you can see, it's red in the picture, but my daughter decided on some other color. I think there are other. This is a free pattern, by the way. From the 2nd of September, you can find this for free on the Edna website. And as you can see, it's a cropped little cardigan with 3 buttons. I still have to buy the 3 buttons. I think I'm going to get some wooden ones. And my daughter really wanted some, what do you call this? Sea foamy green? Sage green. I think it's really lovely. I think she will look really good with this. My daughter has reddish hair, freckles, and green eyes, so this will look absolutely wonderful on her. So I've got 2 6/8 balls of Zwarte Varet Merino, which is 800 meters, which I should be able to make this cardigan just perfectly and not have too many leftovers. All the DK will also go into a respective bag, because I am waiting for a test knit for a blanket in DK weights, and I can't wait to tell you about it, but it's not even in testing yet, so we'll just have to wait. They also sent me some new yarns. Why am I struggling? I've already knit with Ulrika before. I knit my daughter a sweater, and I knit my husband a sweater. And now there's a new yarn called Ulrika Tweed, which is, I don't know if it's coincidental, but it's the same green that I already have, but now with some tweed flags, which I really like. And my daughter is going to, I don't know what you call it in American terms, but secondary school in UK terms. So you finish primary school, then you go to secondary school. And secondary school is about 20-25 minutes bike drive away. So she will go by bike we bought her a new one with an electrical stuff, so electrical, what are they? Support system, so you are a bit quicker, a bit faster, won't take up so much time and energy. And Edna sent me a hat pattern to go, well, I don't think it's intended for this, but I am going to use these two little balls for this lovely hat that they sent me too. I only signed up for the cardigan, but I really love the hat, and so does my daughter. So she needs a hat for when she's biking to school. And then they sent me this, oh no, don't do that, sock yarn from also Zwarte Varet, soft merino 4-ply. It's really thin though. See? I know it's fingering weight, but this is really fine fingering weight. It's 100 grams 4 meters. Oh yeah. So I'm thinking about, of course, I always say every year, I am not going to do the Westnitz MKL this year. But every time I see it and I am a sucker and I think, oh yes, I really should try. So this might go to that project. We shall see. So yes. I also have to tell you, this is from the Paris, London, Berlin collection. This will be online on the 2nd of September on the Edna website, which is edna.nl or edna.be in various languages. These are all free patterns. And if you are in the Netherlands or in Belgium, there's also a discount code for 30% off. I think it's all yarns. If you use the Woolly Closet, and this is valid from the 2nd of September, so not just right now, because today is the 27th of August. So in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days, within a week, I think, you can use this discount for 30% off, and it's valid from the 2nd of September to the 30th of September. I think I've explained everything right now. So yes, really lovely autumny bit of work to do for me in a lovely little basket, and I think it's going to be an amazing knitting autumn for me. So there you go. Then we were at a friend's house. My husband's former colleague is one of my husband's, well, one of his best friends, really. He might not say it, but I think he is. And he bought on his holiday in France all these different kinds of beers. So they were trying them out. I don't really drink, and well, unless it's really good cocktails. And his wife doesn't. Or she does. She also didn't drink much. She just thinks she drank a glass of wine. But they were testing out all these beers, and it went from really good beers to meh, to oh my god, this is disgusting. And we had such fun times. It was such a laugh. Those faces, they each were just like, oh, this is so foul. Oh, and I have to drink. And I said, well, why would you drink that if you don't like it? But they said, no, it's a holiday memory. We have to drink it. I have to finish it. And then when we were eating, they were like, I can still taste it. And it was in this purple can, and it had, of course, it had fruit in them. What was it called? Something berry. But I also found out that this friend had a thing for gnomes. So and his birthday is on the 28th of December. So I said to my husband, I'm going to knit him a gnome, and it's going to have a purple hat. So I'm going to knit him the Dr. Morel by Sarah Shira. And I have some options. Is this? Yes, this is what I am thinking. I have some options for Dr. Morel, but this purple one will be the hat because it's just too much fun not to. And this will be either the body, or I will have the darker brown for the body. I'm not sure yet. This is also still from those 3 mini skein sets I had. I could also do this, but I think it would be a little pale, don't you think? But yeah, I'm not sure. I'll just have a look-see through my stash if I can even find a deeper purple or a more speckly purple for this project. But I think it's going to be so funny, and I'm going to give it to him. Well, my husband's going to give it to him because he usually celebrates his birthday in the evenings, and then I can't go because someone has to stay home with the kiddo, which I don't mind. This brown is also very pretty. It's almost black, and this is probably at wool based. Look at it. It's just amazing. I'm not usually a brownie person like Sarah from It's a Sarah, but this one is just stunning. Yeah, it's really dark, almost black at some spaces. The camera doesn't do it justice. Well, anyway, so I am knitting him a Dr. Morel, which I still have to cast on because I haven't had time yet. Right, so that's also in this Door My Med Leave the project back. Okay, so I think I've talked about everything. I am now going to my acquisitions. 2 of them have yet to start or arrive, and those are I ordered a Spin Club from Hedgehog Fibers again because they had 3 months club something with epic colors, and I am really enjoying this Hello Stella, no, Hello Fiber from Hedgehog Fibers. And I wanted to have some more. And I was thinking on trying to spin up as much as I can from my stash, but I needed, when you ply your yarn together, I needed some more plain yarn, plain color to ply it with. So I ordered some Merino Skewer Solace blend because I really love spinning that one, and I ordered 400 grams of it, and I forgot to add in I would like to have them separated. So she sent me this shawl of a braid, as you can see. I'm going to undo it at some point, and then I'm going to divide it and make a better manageable spin braid out of them. But don't I look lovely? I think it's very fashionable. So yeah, this is Solace blend. It's got nice long staple. It's very soft. I have 200 grams, I think, in my stash already. And now with this 400 grams, I think I can make a very lovely spins with all my stash. And now I'm all hairy because I'm wearing black, and you can probably tell. Okay, oh well. Yeah, so yeah, I'll just show you the label because that's pretty too. Lovely, lovely, lovely. 400 grams. So yeah. I can't remember where I was. Oh yeah. So that one's coming. That one I purchased. Then I'm going to join. I don't know why I did this to myself, but I am going to join the Satsuma Stitch Along, which is a Christmas themed embroidery cross stitch design. Every few weeks, 2 weeks, I think. I haven't really read it properly yet. From the 2nd of September or the 5th of September, getting my dates mixed up. You will be sent a piece of the pattern, and you can stitch it up, and then a few days later or weeks later you get the second part, and so on and so on. And then by the time it's Christmas, you will have a lovely stitched Christmas themed panel, and I will use that panel to sew a project bag out of it. So I'm tired, getting tired of all the talking. I'll just need a sip. Hang on. Right. I have lots of embroidery floss upstairs, so I'm going to try and find as many as I can from my stash. And if I really need to order a color, I will order, and otherwise I will substitute. I also have some fabric laying around. I think I have some linen bought more than 10 years ago in the UK when we were on holiday there, and I can use it for cross stitch embroidery, so I'll probably use that. So I saw this and I thought, yes, I want to do this, and I just ordered the pattern. It was in my bag and paid for within seconds. And then I thought, well, wait, you have West knits shawl to do, and you have the Edna thing to do. And I thought, yeah, you're right. Well, I'm going to try and do it anyway. And then my final acquisition was, well, when we were on holiday, we also went to Bath. Bath is a city in England, and it gets used in many a film or a series, including Bridgerton and Jane Austen movies. You will probably have seen it. It's called the Crescent and the Circus. Those are two streets that are used in those movies, and we went there, and there will be some footage in the holiday little clip I made at the end of this, which is almost. But there's also a yarn shop there, which is called A Yarn Story. So we went there, and it was very difficult to make a choice. I wanted something that I couldn't really get here. And they had Issa yarn, and they had well, all kinds of stuff. Knitting for Olive, I think. Well, I can all buy that here. But they did have some, the fiber company Cumbria fingering weight. So I bought 3 skeins of this. And I'm not sure if you can tell, but look, it's got all these kinds of amazing colors in them if you look up close. And if you look a bit further away, it's a grayish brown, brownish gray. And I think this is beautiful. And I think I'm going to knit myself an Elton cardigan and a V-neck, Elton V-neck by Hohi Locatelli. And I will use some black mohair, probably, or yeah, probably black or petrol or black or brown. I'll have to make a swatch first anyway. But I think I can make it with these. They're 300 meters a skein, so I have 900 meters of yarn here, and it's 90% wool and 10% mohair. This colorway is called Fair Hill, and I think I can make do with these 3 to make myself the Elton V-neck sweater. And I will use a mohair for the stripes, and it will be either black or a grayish brown, probably. I was going to try and join the Hochi Fall Cal Knit Along, but I don't think I'm up for that. I already have too much on my plate already, and I don't want too much to do because it's quite a lot already. But this is nice holiday remembrance yarn. I do know what I'm going to make with it. I have the pattern in my library already. And as you know, the Stella quilt blanket is also holiday yarn. I will knit it up eventually. And this one will probably be soon because I really love this one. It's so nice and soft. There's mohair in here too. It's lovely and pretty. So yeah. Right. Now I do actually think that I am done. Yes. Oh yes, I'm also going to knit my brother-in-law the Jaiden sweater in petrol. But I will see when I finish my niece's sweater first. Oh, it's just too much. Anyway, frazzled brain now. I've been talking for about an hour. I need my breakfast, and I need to get my teenage daughter out of her bed before she disintegrates completely into a moldy mess, I think. What is it with teenagers and their beds? Anyway, I hope you're well. I hope you've had a great summer just like me. Or if you are going into spring now, I wish you all the fun and joys we've had. We're happy to go into autumn now. My favorite season. The mornings are crisp and chillier now, and I really love that. And I hope you enjoy my little holiday footage at the end. Leave me a comment. I really love to hear where you went, what you did, what are you knitting on right now, how you are doing, and I'm hoping to see you soon again, and I will see you next time. Bye.